What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to be talking all about organic pest control in your garden. There's nothing more frustrating than growing a beautiful tomato or a beautiful squash plant and then you have a pest that comes and wipes it out and destroys all your hard work. But at the same time, you want to care for the planet and not use anything toxic. And so in this video, I'm going to cover everything you need to know about organic pest control so that you can be successful in your garden. Let's jump into it. All right, y'all, so jumping right in, I first want to clarify that everything I'm sharing with you is OMRI listed. That stands for Organic Materials Review Institute. That's a nonprofit. It's based off the National Organic Program. And so I just wanted to clarify that before I start sharing all of this. But I do want to say everything I'm going to share with you today is going to cover the vast majority of pests that you're going to deal with in a garden. And so make sure to stick around to the end. That way you know what you need whenever you do have pests arrive in your garden. So the first one I want to talk about is Pyganic, and this is the one that I actually probably use the most because it's a really broad spectrum insecticide. It's going to give you a lot of knockdown power. Now this does have to actually hit the insect, but it's immediately going to interfere with their nerves, and if they get hit with it, they're going to die. And so I really like utilizing Pyganic, and so this is probably one of the most versatile organic pesticides that I'll use here on our farm. Now, I do want to clarify that if you focus on soil health, having really healthy soil and taking care of your soil using cover crops, adding lots of organic matter, typically a healthy plant can defend itself against pests. But a diseased plant, an unhealthy plant that doesn't have good living soil to grow in, typically is going to be really attractive to those pests because it can't defend itself. Same thing with humans. Put trash in, get trash out, you're going to have disease and all kinds of other issues. I'm going to have links to all of these down below in the description. And the next one is AzaGuard. I typically combine these for the vast majority of pests here on our farm because the AzaGuard is actually going to help interfere with their reproductive cycle. And so this is actually from Neem. You've probably heard of neem oil. This is the extract from the neem seeds. And so I like to apply these in combo when I am treating an area. I don't recommend blanket spraying your entire garden with these things, guys. Just spot treat. When you see pests arrive, this is why you need to be doing crop walks. Walk around your garden at least once a week. Do it daily because you want to catch those pests before it becomes an infestation. So these are the two I use the most. Let's move on to the next one. Now, the other big problem that you can face, especially if you're growing tomatoes, for example, is worms and caterpillars. They love to come along and destroy tomato plants. The biggest thing that's going to help you with that is called BT. Now this is a dry flowable BT. All of this you're going to mix into a sprayer when you're utilizing it. I really like this because it mixes and dissolves really easily into water. It's called Dipel DF. It's just BT, and this works great. You know, if you're growing corn and you're dealing with worms, if you're growing tomatoes, anything related to a caterpillar or a worm, this is going to take care of. Now, the other common pest that you potentially could deal with is slugs, and you can just use Sluggo for that. You're going to apply this just around the base of the plant where you're having a problem with slugs coming up and eating your plants, and so they'll actually consume the Sluggo bait and it will kill them. So if you have all four of these pesticides on hand, it allows you to combat some of those pests when they arrive. Don't wait until you see them to order these, because then at that point it could be a huge problem and they could destroy your crop. Now, when it comes to sprayers for the backyard gardener, I think just a simple pump sprayer works best. You can get this at Tractor Supply, Lowe's, Home Depot, your local hardware store more than likely has these. It's really simple. You just pump it and it pressurizes it. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, you can get a battery powered backpack sprayer. This is actually a fogger. I really like this. We do farm, and so we have to spray a little bit more, and this is a fogger. So instead of a spray, I like the fog because it kind of wraps up under the plants where pests typically like to hide. This is a little pricey. I think it's like 300 bucks, and so it may be out of your budget, and it may just not be worth spending that type of money, you know, in your garden when you can just get a pump sprayer and utilize that. Now, when it comes to mixing this stuff, you're just going to fill up your sprayer based on how much you need, how big your garden is. Maybe you only need a half gallon. You just want to read the directions on each one of these to figure out your application rate and how much you actually need to mix into the water. That's it for today, y'all. If you like this content, hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure to click the notification bells. I'm going to continue putting out content like this that is really applicable to you and helps educate you to be successful in your garden. We'll catch you on the next one.